Good afternoon, world. It is moments past noon in Waxahachie, Texas. Just a string of perfect days that we continue to have. And we are deep in the heart of the Lone Star State where we like to be. Today is episode number 99 on October 14th, 2025. 99 episodes of Grit and Good News. All that time. All that time. We haven't missed too many weeks. We're
Well,
really pretty much at the 1 year mark.
yep, that's right.
Um, We're broadcasting live from our downtown studio in the heart of downtown Waxahachie in the shadows of the Ellis County Courthouse. And I'm your co-host, Jeff Lynch, at the board, resplendent in his Charlie Kirk apparel top to bottom, is our man Sam. And to my
Yep.
right, in his baby blues, in his New York Giants hat.
Excuse me.
Bills, I'm sorry, Bills.
You lost your dang mind.
I couldn't see.
Giants, it's the Bills. Although
Well, you got your glasses covering the
I know
logo
because I
here.
got a stain on there or
Okay.
water. I got water. But anyway,
Scott
yeah,
Brooks.
yeah. Thank you, bud. Welcome. We do the show every Tuesday and Thursday, noon to 1 o'clock Texas time. It's called Grit and Good News. You can find it on Substack.com. Go there, Substack.com. Enter Grit and Good News, and you'll see us there for $5 a month. You get a whole boatload of content delivered to you every Monday morning, every Friday morning. And that includes columns. It includes kind of a new approach, opinion poems. Jeff is the Texas poet, does a great job. So he writes about the things that I write about, but he does it poetically. I do it my way, whatever way that is.
And today I'm using one of those Substacks that appeared
Oh,
last
good.
Friday.
Oh,
We're starting to drift some of those Substacks in there, just really to make you understand that they're not all old
yeah,
poems from my
right.
book.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, good. So, but we welcome you. We have a growing base of folks here, which we're grateful for. And my boy Sammy runs the board here. He's decked out. Jeff said he's decked out in his Charlie Kirk red and black today, but we'll talk more about that here in a few minutes. We always start with our updates. Want to update? Well, it's not really an update because it's the same thing until it actually happens. But the Marine Ball in Ellis County is November the 10th. It'll be a big deal. I think it's the first Marine Ball in forever. But it's for anybody that wants to attend. It'll be at the Civic Center, and it'll be quite the sight because, as you know, when the military all get together and they wear their whatever they call those, their uniforms.
Well, different branches, different ones.
Yeah,
I love the term dress blues.
yeah. I was gonna say baby blues, but
Dress blues.
yeah. So it'll be
Nobody
all
can look sharper than, it's not just a U.S. thing.
yeah,
Across the
yeah.
world and historically, the military, they dress up
Well, I always
when
get
they're not grunting around in the
exactly.
mud, right?
I get a kick out of watching the monarchs in England because they don't fight any war like Prince Charles, but
Oh,
those
he
men are
wears his
decked
duddy
out.
duddy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it'll be the same sort of thing here. So if you want to go to that, we have a couple of seats available that you can sit at our table, Waxahachie Sun table. Let us know. It's November the 10th. The sooner the better that you let us know. We will reserve you 2 tickets. Let's see, MLB playoffs. So we're deep into the pennant chase now for both leagues. That is the American and the National. What are you
Yeah,
gonna say?
I haven't been watching, but the Cubs got eliminated.
Cubs got eliminated.
Dang, I was rooting for the Cubs, so
Yeah.
now I'll
So
probably
now it's
watch.
in the National League. It's Milwaukee and Los Angeles Dodgers, and in the American League it is the
Seattle
Seattle
Mariners,
Mariners and
Brew.
the
Blue Jays.
Blue Jays, which
And
is
that's at 2 games to
I
nothing.
know
They'll play.
away games.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seattle has
Seattle's
never been to a World Series, and as a result, never won one. But
Do you love their uniforms
I
with the
love the
hat? I love the teal look.
everything about Seattle.
Yeah.
I mean, until Antifa screwed up the city like it's doing in Portland. That part of the country, particularly Seattle and Portland, but Seattle is a beautiful part of the country. And Sammy's been up there
oh
to
yeah.
visit brothers and sisters, and it's just so clean and nice. And so that to me translates down through their sports teams. Of course, they got the
Right.
Kraken now,
Right.
and then they used to have the Supersonics.
Who have also a great looking uniform.
Yeah, you know who the Supersonics are now? For all those years, they were
Oklahoma
green.
City.
Yes, they
Yeah, I
are.
was gonna say that.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, that's
I
where Kevin Durant got started,
Hmm.
was the Seattle Supersonics. But
Yep.
in the day they had Jack Sikma, their center. He shot the ball from up here. It was weird. Anyway, so the baseball playoffs are getting. I mean, they're good. Seattle's up 2-0 after having swept 2 games in Toronto. Now they go back to
Friday
Seattle.
night they go 15.
Yeah, that was something. And then tomorrow night they'll be back in Seattle tonight. LA against Milwaukee. LA beat Milwaukee last night in quite the game. I have a tarnation about that here in just a second. So we got a lot going on in Major League Baseball. Hockey is officially started. Jeff's all decked out in his hockey uniform because it's our 99 show, and on the back is 99 Gretzky, the great one, and all that stuff. But Jeff's a big time hockey guy. I got a true or false for him at the end of the show, he and Sammy, but Sammy's like hockey, whatever. But Jeff will try to answer the question at the end of the show about hockey. And then we got our Cowboys.
The worst defense I have ever seen in my life.
Well, that's a bit of a bold statement.
I think it's
Just the
worse.
Cowboys or how
Just the
come we don't
Cowboys.
Um,
Just the Cowboys.
okay, yeah.
Well, they're tied. They're leading in points, and they're leading
And
in
giving up
points
points.
against.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what somebody's got to do something because we could have run through that line. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it was ridiculous.
And
And Dowdle, we got rid of the dude,
he comes.
and he got at one point. I don't know how many he ended up with. He had 100.
187 on the ground and another 50 something in the air.
One guy probably had more yardage than we did.
Mhm.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
But comparing it to 2020 defense, our 2020 defense was awful. We finished like 6-10 that year.
Yeah.
We're already worse.
Worse?
Yeah, in statistics.
Well, I mean, the Cowboys again. I think Dak is right there where he needs to be, and the offense is where it needs to be. And we don't even have one of our biggest playmakers, that being C.D. Lamb. But you can't win every game 43-40. You
You
just
can
can't
bet the
do it.
over all the time, though.
Well, yeah, there you go. So we got the Cowboys struggling. My Bills, man, took it on the chin last night. It was ugly, ugly, ugly. I mean, we came out, we scored quickly, and then we just couldn't stop.
Didn't the Falcons get whooped by Carolina
30-0.
30-0? They come and whoop the Bills.
Yeah, it was a few weeks ago, but we just, I mean, I say we, so I say we for the Bills and for the Cowboys, but the Bills. I'm still wearing my hat too, but the Bills just stunk it up. We couldn't stop Bijan Robinson. It
Mm-hmm.
was like Dowdle. I mean, it was he was everywhere. He had an 81-yard run
Hmm.
from scrimmage. And I don't know what, I know Maury and I were texting back and forth, and the Bills got a lot of injuries on defense. So that's part of the problem. All right, Tarnations, we have a tiny little segment here where we just say, what in the world's going on in the world? Much like Jed Clampett used to do on Beverly Hillbillies when he'd say, "What in tarnation?" So we've got a "What in tarnation?" Jeff, what do you got?
Well, I've got the chatter from Jerry Jones saying that he kind of feels bad that the Romo, we let the good Romo years get away from us, and now we're doing the same thing with the Dak years. And
He
the
said that about the Dak
he
years.
didn't say that part,
Oh,
but other people are
yeah,
saying going on top of that.
right.
Okay, so here is the comparison between the greatness of Tony Romo and our man Dak Prescott. Games played: Romo 128, Dak 127. One loss: 78-49 to 78-49 and 1. Quarterback ranking 98.3 and 97.1. For those who don't follow this closely, quarterback ranking is one of the most complicated, convoluted stats you've ever heard. And a perfect score is 150, which is also very, very odd. But you see a guy getting a 120 or 130 in a
He's
game, and
up
he's
there. Yeah.
just lights out. So the deal was though that Romo had more yards and more touchdowns, but he had more interceptions, and it pulled it down and made them all the
Are
same.
they equivalent? Same. I mean, are they comparing the same number of years? Did it say
Well, just over the same number of
same number
games,
of games? Okay.
128 to
Yeah, I didn't catch that
127,
part. Yeah. Okay.
and then playoffs,
Yeah. Jim Mora.
playoffs. You talking playoffs? 2-4 for Tony, 2-5 for Dak. So that's pretty much parallel.
Yeah.
So the last two quarterbacks for the Dallas Cowboys are 4 and what was it? 4-9.
4-9.
4-9 in the playoffs. Yeah, that's not good. My tarnation is okay. Get a load of this. So it's Dodgers, and these aren't always sports tarnations, but the Dodgers playing at Milwaukee last night They were up 2-0, and then I think it got to be it may have been 3-0. Anyway, I can't remember. I think it was 3-0. So bottom of the ninth, Milwaukee's up, crowd's going crazy, 2 outs. LA brings in a new pitcher to get 1 out, hopefully, and be done, win the game. So bases are loaded. The pitcher in one of the pitches, I don't know which, the LA pitcher throws the pitch, and the batter. It wasn't like it wasn't one of those pitches where you want to get hit so that you can walk and score in the tying run, like you could just put your elbow out there. It wasn't that kind of thing. It was a slider coming. If it's coming from the camera, it's coming in and it's to a left-handed batter and right across his hips. And he did a circus act to get out of the way of being hit. Now, I don't want to be hit in that region either. But today, in the Milwaukee media and in the Milwaukee fans are ripping him, like shredding him for not taking one for the team and thereby tying the game.
As if you've got that all thought out, right?
Yeah,
I agree with them. I agree with them.
okay, well, you're on
You're
record.
in the playoffs.
All right, you
You can
stand up there.
score a run.
All right, when we're done with this show, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go find us a baseball. You
I'm
stand.
not getting paid
You.
millions.
It doesn't matter. You
Yeah, it
stand.
does.
That isn't the point of it. The point is what Jeff just said. He came out and said, my body just gets out of the way.
Especially because it broke into him.
Yeah.
It's not like it's coming high and tight all
Yeah,
the
it's
way.
like it coming at your head. If it would have been at his head, would the fans and the media still say the same thing?
I don't think so.
But it was going at his midsection, and he literally had to. I mean, it was pretty acrobatic what he did.
Did they lose?
They lost.
See, I agree with them. I agree with them
But
100%.
what I'm saying to you, son, listen to your dad.
Uh-huh.
You'll learn one of these days. He didn't have a split second to think. His body just got out of the way. It's
Okay.
like if a car's coming at you,
Okay.
your body's going to tell you what to do. It's not going to wait on your brain.
Did he know the game was?
Surely he
Did
did.
he know the game was tied or they were losing? And
He
that
knew
bases were
exactly
loaded?
what was going on. His body said, "Get out of the way."
You just.
So if
I
I
think in
got
that.
something, I go like that. See his butt. See,
I saw
you
you
knew
jerk.
I wasn't going to throw it, but
Well,
Sammy flinched right there.
I agree with them. If he knows we're down
All
by
right,
one,
you're just being bullheaded.
Have you noticed in the playoffs in recent years? I can't remember who it used to be, but we got our play-by-play and our commentator, and our commentator is always an ex-pitcher, and they're
A lot of
talking
times, yeah.
pitch all
It's
the
almost
time.
like the football quarterback.
Yeah, and so he makes I heard him make the comment a couple times about that was a west to east strike. When what they're saying is it started outside of the strike zone, but when it got up to plate level is when it took its break and it broke right into the plate.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
And that reminds me of, not to put you on the spot. I bet if Sam gets this, well, I'll give you $5. Do you know that all baseball stadiums are set up with the relationship between the mound and the strike in the plate the
you
same
know, at
way?
feet, height of the mound,
Yeah,
all that. Yeah,
Do you know that the plate is always west
is it?
and the mound is always to the east?
Is that
Okay.
for
That's for
sun?
That's so
Yeah.
so the sun won't be in the
Yeah.
batter's eyes.
Yeah, because
Okay.
a lot of those
Okay.
games start at
Okay.
twilight or at dusk.
Well, until a long time ago, they were always. So
Yeah.
I mean, you go out to a high school field someplace. It's
Set up that way.
Okay,
Interesting.
and that is, I'm left-handed, only on some things, not on others. That tells you why left-handed pitchers are called southpaws,
Yeah.
because their pitching hand, their paw, as they're facing west, is always on the south.
Interesting.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Southpaw.
that's a good
That's a good one.
trivia
Yeah.
question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
You
cool.
know, the last thing on this is that when I see a pitch like a slider that ends up, say the monitor is the plate.
Yeah.
And say the pitcher's throwing a slider like he did to that player last night, and it ends up over here, which is out of the strike zone when he caught it. But to get to there, he had to go directly, the ball had to go directly through the
Right.
strike zone. They always call that a ball. almost always, if it's out of that strike zone, out of that diagram, that whatever, that's the ball.
Well,
It has to land in the strike zone.
no, that's when he's
That's what
talking
I'm saying.
about. That was an west east strike because it came
Yeah,
through the zone.
but if that ball, no matter if it crosses the plate or not, if it's caught outside the strike zone, the umpire's going to
Oh,
call it a ball or get
okay.
grief.
But the better catchers do what they
Frame
call
it.
frame it.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
pull it across a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, we're not registered Democrat. I'm not sure what that has to do, but we'll take it. We're going to be talking. Not really. We're talking about Charlie Kirk here in a little while. But anyway, so that's. I think that was there anything else we needed?
No,
Did
I
you
think
have a tarnation, Sammy?
I didn't have.
All
Let me
right.
think. Let me think. Let me think. Nope.
Okay.
Oh, no, so the retired numbers.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
I
number
can do. I
99.
can do it quick. It's mostly just football. Start off with the man. I almost said Jason Witten. J.J. Watt. Probably the best 99 that I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
Yeah.
Jason Taylor
Jason
for
Taylor for the Miami Dolphins.
Dolphins. Then we go down to Leonard Williams. Not that good. He current player right now wearing 99 for the Seahawks. I don't know why they put them on here. Jerome Brown. I've heard him
Yeah.
before. And then I won't. I'll leave you for Wayne. And the next NHL one I have is Wilf Payment. You know who that is?
Nothing special.
Nothing special.
No.
All right, you can take it away.
So I'm wearing my Gretzky
99.
99. They call him the Great One. There's a reason.
You know, he's my age, I think. 60, 62, 63,
They had
64.
him in the booth a lot between periods in the Stanley Cups and
Yeah.
very insightful all the
Yeah.
time. So he's the only one in the National Hockey League. National Football League, 0. In terms of retired league wide.
Yeah.
Tons of teams that got their own
Yeah.
team. Okay. Major League Baseball,
42.
42.
Jackie Robinson.
Oh yeah.
In one game early in the spring. In regular season, not spring training, everybody on every
Oh,
team
where's it?
wears
Yeah,
42
yeah.
out of
Yeah.
respect.
Yeah.
And then Major League NBA, the association has 1.
George Mike and Mike
Micah,
Mike, yeah, something like that.
no, Mikan with the
Big tall dude.
with the Minneapolis Laker world champions 55s. No,
Not him.
1955.
It's not, is that him?
No.
No. I don't know.
Number 6.
Number
Oh,
6.
Julius Erving.
No,
Number
pre Julius Irving.
Number 6.
You know, I'm not the basketball
Russell?
genius, but
Bill Russell?
yeah. Would you call him like the best defensive player?
Well, he won. Yeah,
has 9
probably. He
rings.
won 11 rings.
Yeah.
Oh.
With the Celtics.
Interesting. Yeah, you know, there is one other player in baseball note that played for the Phillies that took a beating because he gave up a bottom of the ninth home run to Joe Carter in Toronto in the late 90s. The Toronto Blue Jays and the Philadelphia Phillies in Toronto came in. He was a reliever, number 99, Mitch Williams.
Oh.
And he gave up a dinger to Joe Carter.
Hmm.
Anyway, there you have it. So let's talk about.
Did he play some relief for the Rangers?
Who?
Mitch Williams?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. Freedom in Gaza and the Middle East. So what we've seen in the past 4 days is something most of us, me included, I don't know about you, Jeff, or you, Sammy, but I doubted would happen in my lifetime. That is to say that there would be peace in the Middle East in the same sentence is not something I thought would happen. And so Trump threw, I mean, we talk about, you know, the company's performance, of the team's performance, the coach or the quarterback in football is almost always going to get the kudos, but you couldn't have a great team, can't have a great team without a great center, great wide receiver, a great linebacker. Everybody's got to be great. Trainers have to, everybody's got to be good at what they do to have a world champion team. Same is said for politics. So Trump gets the credit, as he should, but I appreciated what Trump had to say yesterday or the day before when he said, look, Marco Rubio and Steve Wyckoff, uh, both of whom were deeply involved in these negotiations, are to be given a lot of credit. Matter of fact, he said Marco Rubio would, in his opinion, would go down as the best Secretary of State in all of history for this and other things, but namely this. So it's good to see Trump pass out the kudos to people. But you
He's
know,
been handing them out to all those guys too that were part of that whole party.
yeah, I think he recognizes
Jared, the son-in-law.
Kushner and Steve Wyckoff, Marco Rubio, and there are others. But I, it's for me, it's Trump. And I think the left is beginning to understand this is a once in a lifetime president because we've seen even Reagan, who was known as the great communicator and who ended the Cold Wars, uh, still had this. That was a different era, different age. You've heard the term Reagan Democrats. So Reagan did have the ability to compromise on certain things, whereas Trump is not a compromiser. He's a uniter through strength and through influence and through power. He's not a uniter through acquiescing or compromising by and large.
Right.
And so when even if I compare that to what the Sun and we have been through in the past week or so, where uh, 3 members of council took action, people in response to that, which has been pretty aggressive, at least from my vantage point, because it targeted the Sun. People have said, "Well, Scott, you got to call a truce and unite." And I'm like, that how do I unite with something that I believe is fundamentally wrong? And I do believe there's a way to do that. Matter of fact, I have a meeting this afternoon with one of those council members, and private meeting, and see if we can figure a few things out. I think Trump is that way. Trump says, I'm not going to, I'm not going to call Iran or have Iran call me their friend because I shipped them boatloads of money because I'd left their nuclear arsenal alone. He said they're going to, I don't care if they like me or not, they're going to respect me because I've proven to them that I'll blow their arsenal to pieces. So the uniting that's going on, because we now see the left, we see Iraq, Iran, I mean, we see other foreign countries that have to date. I mean, never would you have seen, well, did you see what they did for Trump when he was flying into Gaza? I mean, on the beaches. Thank you, President Trump. I mean, this stuff, it's
Well,
incredible.
this gets beyond Republican or Democrat. It gets
Yeah.
beyond left or right. This is an international situation. And when he said, you know, they've been fighting for 3,000 years, he's right. And I look back over my life. I'm 70. I don't remember Eisenhower. I do remember Kennedy. And Kennedy, Johnson, Nixon, Ford, Carter, Reagan, H.W. Bush, Clinton, um,
W.
W. Bush, Obama, Trump, Bush,
Biden.
Trump.
Biden. Biden.
But
Yeah. You got them all.
14 presidents. And in my life, I do not remember a world there wasn't fighting in the Middle East. And you know what? In those years, all these different combinations, it wasn't just always one against the other.
Hmm.
All these different nations have all been involved with different things,
Yeah.
but you never get it all under control. And the idea that it could really happen, it's it's going to be hard to get the money people to invest in Hamas rebuilding until they're convinced that all the terrorists are gone.
Yeah, I think the issue now, for those of us that care about the greater good of the country, it's really the same issue of those who have will always be partisan. Is the issue is the stick to itiveness of this deal. Trump, in that same uh, discussion or speech that he was giving about that, when he said Rubio will be the greatest Secretary of State, he said, now he said this is going to stick. He said, I'm very confident this is going to
Can
stick.
you believe what has happened to that man from was he governor of Florida or senator?
Who? Rubio?
Rubio.
Yeah. I mean, Rubio was no, he was a senator.
Senator.
Senator. Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's never been a
And
governor.
and he was in a bitter fight with
Yeah,
Trump
with Trump
internally.
in 2016. It was nasty. And Trump even mentioned that. He looked down at Rubio and said, we've come a long way. I mean, we were nasty at each other. I mean, so ticky tack. Rubio said Trump's hands are little, taking a shot at his manhood. So it was in the gutter, frat boy kind of stuff. And Trump recognizes how far they've come. But Rubio Rubio, who I assume wants to be president one day. I mean, none of this has happened. None of it's happened before in terms of the progress in the Middle East. And so when I look at the question about stick-to-itiveness, will it stick? I, like you and like Sammy and those in our world, we want it to stick for the health and prosperity of the world, not just our country. There are those on the partisanship that despise Trump, who I believe will sit there and say, I hope this, I hope it doesn't stick. I hope one of these people bomb the other and it blow up in Trump's face. You know, there are people that think that, no matter the impact on the city, I mean on the country, that's what they're saying. But this, if I'm Iran, if I try to put myself in the place of the Iranians or the Hamas or uh, Palestinians, these people lived have lived every day with the possibility that could be their last. I mean, we all live with
Yeah.
that possibility, but it's not for them. It's a likelihood that something's going to come screaming in and blow up and kill somebody they know or them. And so now Jeff and I were talking in the prep for our show about just watching these hostages come home to their families who are inside a room waiting on them, and the hostage comes through the door and they lose. I saw one dad, he had to be 70 or 80, probably 80. Did you see it?
Crying on his
He
shoulder.
I
was
saw it
screaming,
too.
crying.
It was touching.
It was moving. It
I
was.
thought the hostages looked better than I expected them to
Yeah.
look.
Me
I
too.
think that there's probably been some rehabilitation in recent weeks when I think the Iranians knew,
Yeah.
or Hamas, or knew that this was going to happen, that they probably started treating them a little better. But I mean, these people were starved, they were tortured, they were sleep deprived, which is a form of torture, uh, and isolated. I mean, it's amazing. But to watch the reunion, I mean, I watched Trump while he's watching. I like to
Hmm.
see what he does, and it's interesting. He's always got that, or not always, but usually got that look on his
Hmm.
face. And
Hmm.
when he's approval, when he feels good about something, he'll give that little nod. And he's watching these people and these people love him, adore
Yeah.
him now. And again, I said when Air Force One, it's showing it starting to land over there, and the beaches have, with I don't know what materials they're using, but various plain as day, the SOS kind of thing, you can see big long sentence. Thank you, Trump.
They didn't just write it in the sand. They
No,
actually
no, no,
got
no. It's got colors and all that in it, red,
gotcha.
white, and blue.
Yeah.
And then you hear, we heard chants in one of the scenes. It used to be "Death to America,"
Right.
Mm-hmm.
death, and they were showing chant "Thank you, President Trump." Thank you, Trump.
I
They were,
was trying to understand what I was understanding.
yeah, they were
Okay.
thanking Trump, and it's an amazing thing. And I believe that at the basis of it all is God's at work through Trump. And Trump, I saw just before we came over, I saw a video of Trump from inside Marine One, which is the helicopter that lands on the lawn. It's 2:54 this morning. It said on the camera, and it was behind Trump, and he's walking into the Capitol. He had just landed from all that because he wanted to be here today to recognize and award
Oh,
Charlie Kirk the Medal of
that's
Freedom.
awesome.
Yeah, and he did it.
Yeah.
He said the other day, he said on Thursday, Friday maybe, I'm going over there, but I'm coming right back
That's
because I
awesome.
want to be here for Charlie. So and with that, I wanted to just share you this. So when we talk about the left, what can the left? If 2 weeks ago I'd have said to either of you, do you think there will ever be a point when the left can just lay it down, and say, "Good job, Trump. Let's get behind Trump."
500 years from now.
I was hoping you had some good examples here.
I have some good examples from those people on the left that we have name recognition. I think they're well past their time, but be that as it may, today is a wonderful day. Finally, 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 the last living hostages brutally held by Hamas are home, an immense and overwhelming sigh of relief. I commend the enormous advocacy of the tireless hostage families, President Trump, his administration, and all who helped make this moment happen. That's first quote. Then I'm going to ask you who said them in a second. Second quote, President Trump and his administration, Qatar, however you want to say it, and other regional actors deserve great credit for keeping everyone engaged until the agreement was reached. And then the last one, I finally commend seeing a path forward for what's often called the day after. Oh, yeah, I didn't read it. I'm sorry. I really commend President Trump and his administration, as well as Arab leaders in the region, for making the commitment to the 20-point plan, seeing a path forward for what's often called the day after. First quote.
I got 3 of my
All right, tell me who said the first quote. Today is a wonderful day. Finally, finally, finally.
Adam Schiff,
Wrong.
Hillary,
Wrong.
Obama.
Wrong.
Those are
Chuck
my 3.
Schumer.
Schumer.
Schumer,
Okay.
who said President Trump and his administration, Qatar, and other regional actors deserve great credit.
Do I get it out of any of those 3?
No.
I give up.
Bill Clinton.
Oh, nice.
And then the last one, I really commend President Trump and his administration, so on and so forth. Who said that one?
It's not on my screen. Is that Jimmy
No,
Kimmel? Didn't Kimmel say something? Oh,
but that's not him.
okay.
Hillary.
Hillary.
Oh.
Oh, she's one of my 3. Okay.
The issue with Kimmel and Colbert, because they did say something on their show, I guess last night. I don't like talking about them because I don't think they offer much value, but they did commend Trump. But particularly Kimmel commended Trump in a couch in a joke.
Yeah, it was. I didn't like
It's
it.
tacky.
Yeah.
You know, as far as I'm concerned, just if Chuck Schumer cures cancer tomorrow, on the right, for those of us on the right who loathe the dude, the way he carries on, we just need to say, well done, Senator Schumer, and be done with it. But these guys can't do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's a new day in the Middle East, and I think it's going to portend for us very well. And I think Trump will. I don't see an end to this.
And Trump, I've said this for a long time. He's got the most enormous ego of anybody in the world. He is somewhat narcissistic. You can take the somewhat out of that. And he's not afraid to tap, not afraid to hurt his shoulder, patting himself on the back. But I don't remember the context of the question, but he gave this answer. He goes, I make deals. I build. And back to what we said about what it's going to take to get Hamas, that
Yeah.
place is just so obliterated.
Yeah.
It's nice to have the hard part of demolition done, bringing it down.
Yeah, yeah.
And now it's mostly taking care
All we
of
need is
rubble.
moving trucks. Yeah.
And asbestos all over.
Well, you think,
everything, but
I saw pictures of Gaza back in '90s or something, and it was a bustling little community.
yeah, and he thinks it could be the Riviera
Yeah.
of the Middle East.
Wouldn't that
and
be something?
It would be.
And so we
And
commend
that's
Trump.
where the deal making in the building comes in.
Yeah, I
Right?
mean, he's, as we just said, you can unite either through strength and power and influence, persuasion, like Trump, or you can unite, which I think is a false sense of union, when you appease and compromise and want to be liked and all that stuff, which is Biden. And so here we are. The last thing I'll say on this is that Biden and Anthony Blinken, former Secretary of State, I don't know if you heard what they've said since yesterday, that they're grateful because Trump put their plan into play.
I heard some of that.
Isn't
Chatter.
that sick?
Before we jump to this next topic,
Yeah,
all of my random thoughts are on my phone, and my phone's at 1. Would you mind if we did that before
let's
this
do
topic?
it. What are your
Yeah,
random
yeah.
thoughts, Sammy? First of all,
We talk about that
stop
every
charging
time.
your phone.
Sorry.
Start charging it.
Let me
Sorry,
get to
yeah.
it.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay, 5 random thoughts. One of them I came up with. The rest is for
Okay.
Charlie. I'll get into that. First one. I don't know who the best team in the NFL is right now. What's your
Well,
guess?
you finish the rest of it because you're about to run out,
Oh,
and then we'll come back to Sammy wants us to get involved in that
okay.
first
Okay,
question.
yeah, but I have no idea. Like no idea. And then Erica Kirk, Charlie's wife, used to do this thing whenever they were together. Spur of the moment, she would pull her phone out and start recording him, catch him completely off guard and ask him words of wisdom today. And I picked 5 of some of my favorites. A wise man loves to be corrected. Anyone that wants to replace error with truth is wise.
Yep.
And he's saying this just off of his mind, just right then and there.
Mhm.
Grammar matters more than people realize.
Right?
Charlie loved his grammar. Lost time is never found again.
Yeah.
Speed is only useful if you're going in the right direction.
Mhm.
And taste your words before you spit them out.
Nice.
So that's my word.
Very
That's
good.
my
Very
thoughts.
nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
awesome. All right, so you want to talk about who is the best team in the NFL?
I have no idea, and I'm guessing y'all don't either because
Well, we may think we do.
you may think so, but
So what do you want us to do? Top 5?
yeah,
Our top 5
just give me the top 5 what you
in the
think
NFL. Jeffrey,
are the best
or you
teams.
want me to go first so you have time to think about it?
I'll take Chargers.
Oh,
Okay. You want me to tell you if you're wrong or do you want to? Okay.
no,
Okay.
just keep going.
Chargers.
Who else, Jeff?
I'll take. I'm done.
All right, I will
Okay.
say, gotta stick with the team. Buffalo
Okay.
in the top 5. Buffalo, in Detroit,
What's the record after they lost?
4
one
and
two.
2.
Okay,
Uh,
I was thinking Detroit.
Tampa Bay.
Okay.
I think they're the only 5-1 team in the league. Uh, so what did I say? Buffalo, Detroit, Tampa Bay. I do agree the Chargers. They may not be there now. I think they have the potential to be there at the end. And then I'm going to
You gonna put the Vikings in there?
no, 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 no.
No.
I'm gonna shock the world and say New England.
Okay. So
So what do you want to
I
tell us?
think that I think you got one of those right.
Oh, thanks, Sam.
So y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
What are
who's
you
this?
telling
Who's this
us?
from?
This is
ESPN.
ESPN.
And
Okay.
what is it?
This is top 5.
Okay.
The actual top
Why
5.
don't you do the
Our
top 30? Just do all of them real
Okay.
quick.
Okay, ready? Tampa Bay, number 1. Detroit, number 2. Buffalo Bills, Indianapolis Colts. They're 5 and
They're
1
5
too.
and 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Philadelphia Eagles at 5.
Mm-mm.
Green Bay 6.
Mm.
Rams 7. Seahawks 8. We got the Chiefs at 9. I wish they were lower.
Yeah.
Broncos. The Chiefs are 3 and 3. Broncos are 4 and 2. Broncos are at 10. San Francisco 49ers at 11 at 4 and 2. Steelers, who are 4 and 1, are at 12. Chargers at 13. Patriots at 14. 15, the Jacksonville Jaguars. There's so many 4 and 2 teams.
Yeah.
16, Atlanta Falcons. Where's 17? I missed it. I missed it. Washington Commanders, they just lost.
Yep.
Minnesota Vikings at 18. Chicago Bears 19. Houston at 20.
They won.
Yeah.
Yes.
They won last night. The Chicago beat Washington last
by
second field
1.
goal.
Yeah.
And a guy who just joined the team over
Yeah.
the weekend.
Literally just did. Yeah. And then 21 Carolina Panthers, 22 Cowboys, 23 Cardinals, 24 Ravens, 1 and 5. They should be lower. 25 Giants sitting at 2 and 4. We got I keep missing. I don't see 26 anywhere, but I'll just go to 27. The Bengals, 28 the Saints, 1 and 5. 29 Browns, 1 and 5. Miami 1 and 5. Titans 1 and 5. Jets 0 and 6.
Do we have the Giants still twice, or we play them?
No, we have one more. We have one
Yeah,
more.
we have one more. Same with
Oh yeah.
same with the Eagles too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
Eagles,
and
I don't think I think the Eagles are farther down that list.
they're sitting at 5.
Yeah. I mean our division's wide open.
Yeah.
Really wide open. I mean, we're 2, 3 and 1, and I don't think any team there's better teams with records, but not that much better.
Right.
Yeah. So we'll see. It's going to be
But
gonna
it's
be fun.
interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was thinking, I was like, who is the best team in the league?
That
You
is
know?
an interesting question. It's
I don't know.
crazy. All right, let's talk about uh Charlie Kirk. So we all know that a month ago today, uh no, the 10th. So that would have been on Friday that Charlie was assassinated, and today's his 32nd birthday. Sammy was a big time follower of Charlie, loves Charlie. He's got on his Charlie shirt and hat. I like both of those. I like Kennedy's hat too, because hers says,
Her says this is the turning point.
yeah, with Charlie Kirk on the side.
It was interesting. The day before, I've been really upset this past week leading up to this, but I was praying. I was like, I really want a hat and a shirt to do this for Charlie on Tuesday. We're going down. We're doing something in downtown. We never go to downtown on the
Yeah.
weekends, and we're driving. And for some reason, Kennedy looks out my window and sees the truck. So we go out there and
And it was by
Hibachi
yeah,
in that
by
part
the
in
Gold's Gym.
Gold's Gym. Yeah. So we went in there and we spent some money and got some merch. So
What other stuff did they have besides shirts and hats?
they
Little
had hood.
trinkets and stuff?
Say it again.
Trinkets like
Um,
keychains and
No,
all? No.
It was just hoodies other
Yeah.
than shirts and
Sam,
stuff.
why don't you put that microphone down and
Will you be able to see it?
come
Yeah,
and stand behind
Yeah.
me?
Y'all want to see?
Yeah. Come show us. There you go. Yeah. Very nice.
The camera doesn't do justice. That looks like Longhorn orange. on
Yeah.
our camera, but
Yeah, it does.
it's bright
But
red.
it's a great
Yeah,
looking
it's
combo.
bright red. I really do love him.
So the question really, I mean, he would be 32 today.
32.
Turning Point USA is stronger than ever. I didn't hear the number of uh, new chapters this morning, but it was
It's
on the
unreal.
radio.
It's
Yeah, I
unreal.
don't remember how many new chapters have been open
I don't know the
since.
number, but I know it's unreal.
Um, the question really, we have a tendency in this country, I believe it's probably the tendency across the world, but we have a tendency to experience something deeply traumatic.
Hmm.
Let's use 9/11. Now we still commemorate, memorialize 9/11. There's all that in New York City. But as a country, I don't know when this happened. It could have been 9/11 2002. By then we may have already gone back to the country we were, where we've forgotten really what happened, the essence of what happened and how it made us feel. But we do have a tendency we're definitely not the same country today as we vowed we would be on 9/12 of '01 when we said we're gonna we're gonna come together, we're gonna fight these terrorists, we're gonna become all the accolades about becoming a better, not accolades, but desires to become a better country and all of that
24 years will
fade.
fade,
Yeah.
fade.
And so, and I'm not blaming anybody. I think that's just human nature. So the question boils down to how long the country still isn't over JFK, insofar as there's still the, conspiracy theories, and there's still the every November, we talk about it, and JFK is still mentioned as one of the greatest Democrats ever. It's a totally different Democrat Party now, but the same question is, what about Charlie? And so what about Charlie?
I think Charlie's different. He really cared for the youth
Yeah.
specifically, gave us a voice. And with that being said, I think especially with Turning Point USA
Hmm.
and him focusing on the youth and touching our hearts at a young age,
Hmm.
we're not gonna forget that. I'm not gonna forget
Yeah.
that. There's still the memorial 9/11. We still talk about it, so it's not completely faded. But but he touched young people's hearts
Yeah.
and really changed the way that they lived and thought.
Hmm.
So I think, growing up, we're gonna hold that with us and
Right.
not and always give him credit.
Yeah, I think it's similar to, for 30 years, Rush Limbaugh was on the air, and Rush Limbaugh had a weekly listenership of 20 million people, and was extremely wealthy because of it. Uh, More than that, he was influential, persuasive. People hated him. Now, he didn't go out like Charlie did. He didn't. He would go to certain events like CPAC, and the State of the Union and other things, but he wouldn't go. He wouldn't put himself out there in a risky way like Charlie did.
Yeah.
But it's the same sort of deal for some people, particularly those on the left. There were, I'm sure, plenty that said, "Thank goodness we don't have to listen to Rush anymore," or he's not working against us anymore. For people like me, and then Charlie Kirk, people like Sammy, and the young people, it's the same way. I probably think of Rush daily,
Yeah.
given our job here and what's in my office.
Yeah,
And
every single day. There's not one day that goes by where I don't think about. I loved his smile,
yeah,
Charlie's smile. He had the best smile ever. I loved it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he always, Charlie was always, he had like a lozenge in his mouth or something
I
often.
told Kennedy that. I told her, I was like, you notice that Charlie has this like tick thing or like
Yeah,
something.
he does.
I told her, I was like, I absolutely love that.
Yeah,
I'll
that
sit
was
and watch him
endearing.
talk.
But I think it was a like a
Mint.
cert, or, well, not cert. They don't make certs anymore, I don't think, do they? A mint, yeah.
Some and he would
Um,
just suck on it, but I loved
mhm.
it. Loved what he.
Well, his Jeff and I were just talking about a little while ago. We know that, well, for those of you that are watching that don't know this, we know that Bad Bunny, the All-American entertainer,
Whew.
is playing the Super Bowl halftime, thanks to the mindsets of Roger Goodell and other woke clowns, in my view. Is playing the halftime Super Bowl halftime show. Where is the Super Bowl this year? Do we know?
I don't know. I
Um,
don't know.
so wherever that is, it's the halftime show. The best halftime show in my life, at least for me, was Prince.
Oh, I was gonna say pink.
in 2007 when it rained. They were playing in Miami, and he came out to entertain, and he decked out, pretty lavishly, but he had on that Miami colors, teal
Yeah.
suit, orange tie, scarf,
Mm-hmm.
and it poured, and he played in the rain, purple rain. It was
Wow.
awesome. But TP USA, Erica,
Turning
Charlie,
point.
yeah, Turning Point, they have announced that they're going to be having their own halftime show, right?
Yeah. Yes. And I looked up details. It's gonna be about faith, family, and then another
Freedom,
freedom.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think there's gonna be singers and stuff like
There
that. They
will
haven't
like
announced.
it as memorial.
Yeah.
It's in Atlanta in the dome that the Bills just played
Oh.
in last
Okay.
night.
Okay.
They expect 65,000 people there.
Okay.
Well,
Is it Levi Stadium? Is
in
that
San
San
Francisco.
Francisco? You know why it's Levi Stadium?
It's Levi Blue Jean.
Oh.
Yeah,
And
it's headquartered
and
there, aren't
they're
they?
they're based there for a
Yep,
long, long time.
yep. So, so it'll be on the West Coast, and then the Turning Point USA's halftime show will be on the East Coast. But it will be, I believe what will happen is that they already are promoting it so well. But when it gets time for, I think you got to be under a rock if you don't know that you could switch the channel when the NFL goes to halftime, the game goes to halftime, and flip it over to wherever it's going to be shown and watch that. They'll have it precisely the same amount of time. There'll be more music because it takes the NFL longer to get set up. But they'll be ready to go, and they'll have a 30-minute concert for those that want to watch it.
And how about this? We're used to watching a lot of Super Bowls at 5:30 our time.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 3:30 our time.
No way. This next Super Bowl?
No,
Pacific's 2 time zones away.
yeah, I know, but I think it'll be much
Oh.
later for them out
Oh.
there,
Oh. Oh. Yeah.
so that it won't be.
Oh,
They'll
uh,
adjust the time out there, I believe, because I think they lock in that no matter where it is, that
Yeah.
5:30 start time.
5:30 Central,
Yeah,
6:30 East.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Because
think
it's
they
all
lock
about
that
East.
in, and
Okay.
they just say to the people on the West Coast, "Well, you got to get there earlier today."
Yeah.
Well, anyway, Sammy, I'm proud of you for embracing Charlie, and I hope you keep being a little mini MINI Charlie if you can,
Mm-hmm.
and Kennedy too. So thank you for doing that. We don't have time for our uh, discussion on cleaning up the streets. We're going to save that for Thursday. Sammy and I will be just be me and Sammy on Thursday, but we'll be talking about the states, particularly Texas and Florida, have now said we're going to clean up our streets, not
Not homeless.
respect the people, but literally clean up the pavement. And we want to talk a little bit about that.
And I
And
won't be here because Sammy is here. So
yeah,
I encourage you to do this piece of research because I've been thinking about that since it
yeah,
became a topic. Um, Abbott made a big thing about taking away funding for people who do that. But I think if we talk about federal laws, state laws, city laws, I think like in Dallas, there was an article in the paper
yeah,
last week that showed there's a number of blocks in Uptown area, which is a very strong LGBTQ part of town, to get the city to allow them to ever. They didn't just go out and randomly paint that without any approval. Okay, I think you're getting a lot of local choices here, and I think um, this didn't have anything to do with safety unless, oh, I got in
yeah,
a car
no,
crash
no,
because I saw the
yeah.
the stripes, I just think uh this is really a local issue and it shouldn't be a national issue. But
Well,
you guys talk it through.
we're going to talk about the states where we know there's a push. We'll do a little more research to see how prevalent it is, but I do want to talk about that. All right, it's rhyme time. What
Rhyme
you
time.
got for us?
Okay, coming out of Substack last Friday, and we've talked about this. If you get on Substack, you can go back and get all of the old uh, editions. And I think we mentioned this, but when you write a piece and you do an audio of it, you got 5.5 minutes of Scott.
Yeah,
It's like reading a book.
yeah.
And I do the same. I read my poems. So the topic was, where are the next Charlie Kirks? Conservatives think this martyr left us with some perks. The liberal left instead views him as 100% jerk. The dichotomy of thought is amazingly berserk. The views of each side surely do irk. Everybody seems to want to wait and see when and where will we find another Charlie. or more likely, will there ever be? You will get no prognostication from me. This question mirrors the famed perfect storm. Remember, Charlie was so far from the norm. So many factions must come in line to find a leader who went from a nobody to fine. First of all, let's recall Kirk barely went to college at all. One semester at an Illinois JC, and then Kirk decided that's enough for
Me.
me. Today we are realizing college isn't for everyone. It's been a long time for society to come to this outcome. Nowadays, those who choose higher education receive a teaching that is liberal indoctrination. How many have the inner strength for independent thinking and critical evaluation? So let's turn to those who wisely chose a trade school. A successful life can be had by knowing how to turn a tool. But will either group dare? Will either group care? Will they stand up for what's fair and fight back for the liberal scare? Am I wrong to think any next Charlie will come from our youth? For lack of any other sort of solid proof, smart money is on today's youth. I try not to be glum. Nobody tells me that I'm dumb. But reluctantly and sadly, I must say, I doubt another Charlie Kirk will ever come our way.
Yep. Maybe so. I
Mm.
mean, it's a remarkable young man with a remarkable
Almost by
story.
definition, it has to be by the youth, right?
Yeah, exactly. All right, time for day in
Oh my
history.
gosh.
What do you got?
Oh, I went 0 and 2 and ended up 7 and 2, which is working out of a hole. Had a couple of nice bonuses, and you've got a good bonus available coming up not too far from here. We go. Normans under William the Conqueror defeated the English at the Battle of Hastings.
That battle at Hastings. That was a battle.
1912.
1649.
At 1610. 1066.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I have most of the numbers all inverted. Here we go. Mary, Queen of Scots, went on trial in England accused of committing treason against Queen Elizabeth I. Mary was beheaded
Yeesh.
in February.
February of 1852.
1747.
I'll go back a little farther. 1586.
What have we
All right.
got? Like
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
come on.
And we're going to skip a bunch of centuries.
this day in the
Okay.
dinosaur
All
era.
right. Here we go.
Tinus.
German Field Marshal Erwin Rommel took his own life rather than face trial and certain execution for alleged conspiring against.
I don't know where we are.
I don't know.
We could be in 1200.
Conspire. Go ahead. Read it again. Start over.
German Field Marshal Erwin Rommel took his own life rather than face trial and certain execution for allegedly conspiring against
The Germans. Nazis. Hitler.
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 Oh, dang.
I'll leave it up to you whether I get that or not.
Germans, Nazis, and Hitler. He was all those three. I'm giving it.
I'll take it.
I'm
All right,
giving it to you guys.
19.
Okay, so
19.
now that we know that it's Hitler,
Yes, yeah.
so
I know.
Okay,
1949.
1940.
1944. He
Yeah.
did that
Middle.
when the war was still going
Yeah,
on.
I was
He
going to
goes,
say.
you know what? The heat's on me. I'm going
Yeesh.
my own way. U.S. Air Force Captain Chuck Yeager became the first person to break the sound barrier as he flew a Bell X-1 rocket plane over Muroc Dry Lake in California. Hang on. I'm going to give you some clues here. Listen up. Do your math.
I'm
Be
listening.
ready. In 2012, Yeager, at the age of 89, marked the 65th anniversary of that flight by smashing through the sound barrier again, this time in the back seat of an F-15. Okay. So in 2012, at age 49, he marked the 65th anniversary.
All right, I'm trying to do math in my head.
I'm going to go
Okay, use your
1964.
pen.
And no, I'm doing it on my head.
1964.
You didn't even try to do your math. Mm-mm. All you had to do was write 2 things.
53.
47.
Oh, I was off by that
We went
much.
up 1?
I got it.
What?
What?
I thought
All
I did
right.
it
We went up
roughly in my
3.
head.
Okay.
I guess I did do it roughly.
Civil rights leader Martin Luther King was named winner of the Nobel Peace Prize in one of the greatest upsets in the Olympic history. Billy Mills, an Oglala Lakota Indian, won the 10,000-meter race at the Tokyo Summer Olympic Games, setting a new Olympic record. Two things happened. Martin Luther King got the Peace Prize. Billy Mills wins the gold in Tokyo.
All right. It's either, Sam, I'm going to give you a help. It's either
When did Martin die?
68.
When did Martin die?
Well, if he did, I wonder if he won it posthumously. It's either
Oh.
68 or 72 or 64. I'm saying
You're
68.
right. It's one of those three, and he did die in 68,
I say 68.
I'll go 68.
64.
Oh, I
Oh.
thought they might have given it to him
Yeah,
posthumously.
like,
No, they would have put the
Yeah,
posthumous.
probably so. You're
Yeah,
right.
dang.
okay. And we close with a SpaceX rocket launched the NASA spacecraft Europa Clipper on a mission to Jupiter's moon, Europa, to determine whether conditions there could support life. The spacecraft will arrive in 2030. Don't let that have anything to
Yeah.
do with your answer.
Wait, oh, that. So there's something going to.
And it went up in.
Is it going to Mars?
It's going
Jupiter.
Jupiter to
Um,
a moon of Jupiter called Europa.
That's how far those are
That's
away.
insane. When did they do?
20?
16.
No, I say 2021.
24.
Missed it.
I did.
All right, I got 5 and 2 today.
Didn't they do something about Mars? Didn't they?
I
Or
don't
no?
know. Our show is brought to you by Hoosier Custom Meats, wonderful meat producer. You will love it, I'm sure. It's again always Hoosier. I want to say Hoosier, but I don't think that's how you say it. Hoosier Custom Meats. HoosierCustomMeats.com 903-688-1446. HoosierCustomMeats.com, all one, no spaces. 903-688-1446. You can get all kinds of meats, from cutlets to patties to chili to stew meat to ribeyes, fillets, you name it, they got it. So if
You know,
you're looking
Scott,
for
if you've
some
got
great
them,
meat, I need to get some
if
of
you
that.
got them to get you a box over here, and then I
I-
can barbecue it
Yeah,
up, and I can have pictures.
I'll have Sharon give them a call.
You tell
We
them.
could just barbecue it right in here one day.
Little Smoky
That
Joe.
sounds good, huh?
My
All
little
right, so
Smoky.
thank you, Hoosier Custom Meats. Check them out. And to close our show, we always end up. Oh, before we do that, we have, see all these tickets? These tickets are
That's 5 of 'em.
$28 a piece. Better not somebody come rob us. But anyway, these are for Scarborough Hollow, which is a Scarborough Fair. It's on the same grounds here locally as Scarborough Fair and where Screams was, out on 66 going towards Maypearl, out on the left, which would be left going
West.
west. Uh, we're giving away 4 tickets today's show. So all you need to do is you can reach out to us if you want to, 972-316-7707. You can email one of us, Scott, Sammy, or Jeff at waxhatchysun.com. You can comment, you can do whatever. Just reach us. We got 4 tickets to give away, and we're going to be giving away a lot more. Because do you remember when this thing starts?
It started on the 11th, last Saturday.
Okay,
it's
so
every Saturday.
It's every Saturday
through
from 2
the
to something.
15th of November is the last one, and it's also on Halloween
Halloween
night
night,
on Friday.
Friday night.
And I looked it up. You know, I'm not a big Scarborough Fair type of guy. I did a little research on it. It looked pretty interesting. I'll tell you what I really thought was interesting. The shopping. Of course, my
Yeah.
wife loves to shop.
Yeah.
All kind of different artisans. So pretty,
Yeah, that's cool stuff. I
yeah.
agree. Festival kind of stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Last thing before we sign off.
All right.
All right. This is for you hockey fanatics, of which Jeff is one. True or false? The Gordie Howe hat trick in hockey refers to scoring a goal, scoring an assist, and a penalty shot. True or false?
False.
False. It's the first 2 along with getting in a fight.
Very good.
That's insane, Jeff. That's
good.
good,
Give me that.
Jeff.
Gordie
Yeah,
Howe hat
that's
trick.
yeah.
That's
So Gordie,
good.
if you ever hear somebody say that, they scored they recorded an assist,
Thank
which
God.
means they helped somebody score, and they got into a fight.
All in the
Well, and
same
you know
game.
what?
All in the same game.
If within a game a guy's got 2 of those, they're talking about it on the air.
That's
Mhm.
funny.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is funny.
yeah.
All right. Thank you for being with us. We'll be back. Sammy and I'll be back on Thursday. Jeffrey, it's all yours.
Make it a great day and try to put a smile on somebody's face today.